Camera number 173 of 365 is this Olympus IS300, also known on the back as a Frontierer Special Edition. It's a bridge camera and all its functions are controlled or require batteries to operate, so let's just go ahead and place some batteries into the camera. The camera takes two 123 CR123 batteries, and they're placed in the location there. There is a indication on the battery lid, and in fact on the base of the camera here. And then holding the plastic door down, we slide a little slider which should lock, he says, should lock the door. There we go. So note, please be careful of this, because if it breaks you're going to be very difficult to use the camera. While we're on the base, we have a tripod mount and then a mid-roll rewind button just there. So to turn the camera on, we slide the on-off switch, and then that lens barrel pushes the cap off and reveals the lens. The lens is a 28 to 110 f4.5 to 5.6. There is a 52mm thread, and that's a very nice feature, to think that you can put a filter, close-up filters even, and of course as a result you can see what you're looking through. When you look through the viewfinder, you see what the focus is there, so that's a nice inclusion. The on-off switch also allows us to switch our flash on. So again, that's a nice inclusion. It says twin flash, so I presume, there we go, twin flash. On the right hand side we have our little liquid crystal display that's flashing at the moment because there's no film in. And we have either full mode, which is the central button there, and that's seen on the screen. The camera does everything apart from zooming in and out. Of course we can do that with our rocker button, but then the camera will choose aperture and shutter speed based on its measurement of the light. We do have a couple of creative modes. We have landscape mode at the top. We press that down. Again, we get an indication on our liquid crystal display what we've chosen. We have portrait mode, we have sports mode, and then nighttime mode, which also can be used, that button, for long time, and that's employed by pressing the spot meter button here and then pressing that down as well. So then that allows us to use long time exposure. So if we use a remote, which we can use, it's an electronic one, but we can use a remote there, or we can just press and hold the shutter button down. But again, that's a nice feature, not seen on many, to have long time exposure there. We can choose various flash modes, full flash, or we can use fill-in flash. A nice inclusion as well is very much appreciated here, an aperture priority mode. I don't know whether you can see that button there, it's called F No, and by pressing that we now can choose, by repeatedly pressing it, an aperture, and the camera will work out the correct exposure and correct shutter speed. So that's very much appreciated, an aperture priority on a bridge camera, particularly of this age and kind. We do have exposure compensation built around the collar here as well, minus and +2. And looking through, oh yes, the diopter, there we go, we have a diopter as well. Looking through the viewfinder, which I just had to do, we just get an indication of autofocus has been achieved. A LED will light up, and we'll also get an audible beep to confirm that. But so there's no shutter information at all, but there wouldn't be, I suppose, as a result of it being almost a fully automatic camera. But very nice camera. I shall look forward to trying it. It does feel quite comfortable, nice and light, not unbalanced. The lens actually does kind of stay within, when you zoom in and out, kind of stays at the same size, so that's quite nice as well. So when we turn the camera off, the lens retracts. There we go. So that is camera number 173 of 365.